Good morning. Today is April 2024. It's 8:21 in the morning. I'm officially 37 fucking years old today. 37 fucking years old today. And I kind of had a mental breakdown yesterday. Honestly, I don't know if it had something to do with the fact that oh my God, man. They're like living in my laptop. It's out. It's not out. Not for you. I had a mental breakdown. I don't know if it was that or, speaking of houses, the fact that I might have to move out of here soon and find another place to live. Um, because my parents are thinking of selling this home. I really don't want them to. I would like to buy it if I can, but I need to get approved for a loan that size, and I don't know if I would be, or if they pay out like cash, or how it would be like to them because they want the money like up front. Because they needed to like build their own place somewhere else. So I'm like in that space of like possibly big change again, and I'm like stressing out about that. And then of course I'm turning 37 today, and well, work is not easy to deal with at all. It's been pretty stressful dealing with it. There's a lot of people, families that need help here in Laredo, and Laredo is just not a very, I mean, it is a giving city you know, when attention's put on something, but just generally, it's really not a giving city. Like the people in charge don't. I think a lot of the people in charge, they have that mentality, like they worked hard for where they're at and what they got, most of them anyways. So they tend to put that pressure, that hard pressure on everyone else. Like, well, if I did it, you can. You need to work harder. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to get into a new field of study. You need to get a new job or whatever. But like, people don't understand that their world they grew up in is not the same as now. Like, everything is getting more expensive, has been getting more expensive over the years, and the prices of of income, the price of your wage, your salary is staying the same, you know. Some people are moving it up, because they want to be nice or whatever, but the law here in Texas, in Laredo, like it's the same. And they keep raising the taxes for everything, and the income's the same. So it's not the same. Like, it's not like if I were to have been getting this income that I am now, 10 years ago, I could have easily got my own apartment. Apartments were like, back then, like, you could find a two-bedroom for probably like $400, with lights and everything included, like utilities and all that. And right now, you can't find that. You'll find like an $800, $900 for a two-bedroom apartment, to rent. It's not the same. And the groceries are a lot more expensive. You could spend $100 and get a whole month's worth of food back then. And now it's like, you can't do that. Yeah, $100 is like fucking 4 days of food, maybe, depending what you get. So it's a lot harder now than what it used to be. And I think a lot of my frustration has to do with the fact that I feel like I want to be on this other path of activism, rebellion, of protesting. I want to be on that fence, but I don't feel strong enough in my foundation to do that just yet. I did that when I was with nothing, and it got me to nothing, you know, with nothing for a long time. And I just, those are like my inner angry feelings about everything. And, it manifests on a daily basis when I'm going about my day, driving here and there, getting this and that, getting pissed off because they take long here, because this person drives like shit, because they both drive like shit together next to each other, because, people are rude and inconsiderate. And it just little things like that just get to me. And I start reacting, not in positive ways. And it gets me really, really down. I feel shame at myself for that. And then, of course, the anger for everything else that's triggering that. And it's really, really brings me down. And yesterday I had a big, huge breakdown, really bad one, where I was again, in my feelings 100%, not in my logical thinking brain. And all I could do was cry and let it all out, scream and growl, just be primal, because that's all that helps me to relieve all of that tension in those moments, which is not a good thing. Several reasons, but I mean, it helps a little bit. So, helps get my fucking system moving along. Shit, I took so many shits yesterday and today after that. Like, just releasing everything. Literally, like, releasing shit. Because I'm crying. It, like, loosens everything in you, in your bowels, in your system. All the cells in your body start moving more. The water and blood moving around. Heart beating, you know, passing blood throughout where it needs to go. It's the only good thing about it. I started listening to this guy on YouTube. Great, great, great. But I have to clean up water. This was just water. Um, his name is Tim Fletcher, and he is talking about a lot of the stuff that I have been talking about for years, years and years and years. Apparently he's also been talking about it for years. His first video was posted 12 years ago, which was in 2012. Yeah, 2012, which is not when I started talking about all of this per se. Um, haven't actually seen all of his videos yet. I just saw one where he was talking about um oh wow, I just realized he hasn't posted in over 3 years. I hope he's okay. Oh no, wait, he has posted. 7 months was his last video. But he posts about basically how emotions and the hormones are connected to emotions. He was talking about that in the video. He was talking specifically about cortisol, which I've mentioned before in one of my videos. How cortisol is a big like factor in a lot of like diseases and stuff, and our feelings and whatnot. Of course, it's not the only one, but it's like the bigger one. It causes a lot of problems. And I was happy about that because I was like happy to see somebody else, on that same thought process as me about our feelings, how they relate to our physical body. Like, because when I was younger, the whole consensus among professionals was that essentially that feelings are are irrelevant in the sense that you don't need to really analyze them. You don't need to, you just need to like figure out how to control them. That was the main thing. Like you have to control your feelings. Everything else is like golden from there in their eyes back then. And then they started like, okay, well, think about why you're feeling this and that and see what triggers you and whatnot. And that's still like what it is today, but now, he's saying it in a more scientific way, like how it's actually affecting you physically, how it's actually like chemically changing your body and your thought process, your mind. And that's what I've been trying to say to people, like it's not good to hold in your emotions. It causes diseases. It causes other things to manifest in you. Like I'm getting so fat and staying this fat because I've been holding and I've been trying to hold in my emotions, my anger, my rage of everything so much, at work, especially like, I have to hold in everything. I can't let out my true like thoughts on things because it's just gonna cause discord, problems. And I'm trying to just stay in that path of like, good, positive change, not on any of my frustrations about anything. But that doesn't mean that they're not there. That doesn't mean that because I am doing this good job now and I'm making a positive change that all of a sudden my negative feelings about everything have just dissipated and I'm like 100% like angelic realm, especially when I'm still living in this situation that I'm living in, not knowing if I'm gonna have to move out next month or the month after, if I'm gonna have to, be able to get this house or not, like if I'm gonna, you know, just everything. Just being exhausted is my primary emotion and feeling that I've been having the past several months, mostly because I'm just holding it all in and trying to keep going, and it's exhausting me. It's fattening me up, making me unhealthy. Apparently, I have pre-diabetes, so that wasn't that much of a shocker actually, because I was pre-diabetic or in pre-diabetes mode when I was pregnant. So, and I know what it is. It's just that feelings that I'm in, these feelings, these lack of expression of my true feelings and emotions and holding it in, controlling myself. It's hard. Sometimes I feel like in those moments when the energy is just depleted in me, I'm like, how can I'm not gonna be able to do all of this that I want to do. I can't even like have enough energy to clean. How am I gonna do everything else?